Today we're going to build a tool. So if you've been watching any of my previous videos, you knew I was talking about building a Scarifier or a Ripper tool in order to loosen up all the gravel and hard pack in my driveway. I finally got all the stuff in, and now that I have all the accessories that I was going to put on the 580 on it, we're going to move on to a little DIY build of a sleeve hitch tool for it. So if you've seen the other videos, you know the sleeve hitch I had didn't come with a proper pin, so I finally got the proper pin in. And then some of the other pieces I have off of eBay, I ordered these 3 box blade shanks for like a legitimate box blade. And then I found also on eBay this sleeve hitch, just a raw steel sleeve hitch mount. And then from Metals Depot, I ordered all of this steel. So this, for the most part, is all 1/4" steel, with the exception of this piece, which I'm going to use if I need to hang any weights on it. This is a 3/8" piece of steel. Then I got a 2x3 tube, and then some angles here. And I actually was able to order everything on there pre-cut to the lengths I need, with the exception of this one piece. I'll have to do a cut on it. And then I'm going to cut some end caps to weld onto these, because I'm going to actually fill this tube with, I'm not going to add water, but I'm just going to fill it with dry concrete to add some extra weight to it. So yeah, it all works out. I should be able to just weld this up for the most part. Yeah, let's move over the mower and get into it. So the rectangular tube that I'm going to put on here is basically going to fall right in the middle of this sleeve hitch mount bracket. So what I need to first determine is how far I need these Scarifier teeth to actually run into the ground. They actually make longer ones that have 4 adjustment holes in them. These ones just have 3. They're shorter. I figure I'm not going to be able probably to go that deep, so having extra lower adjustment isn't really going to be necessary to what I'm trying to do. Really, I'm just trying to dig down a couple inches just to loosen everything up. And if I have to make multiple passes between this tool and the box blade, then so be it. I mean, I'm going to have the time. It's not like I'm on a schedule to get it done. So what I'm first going to do is grab one of the pieces of angle iron that I'm going to use to actually mount these through. So these are 2.5 inches wide. So I got 2.5 by, I think it's 1.5 angle steel. So I'm just gonna put that up there about where it's gonna be, and then see how far below on the concrete here. Thankfully my garage has a piece of sunken concrete at the front of it, so I can actually use that to my advantage here when determining how far down into the ground this will go. So I mean, this isn't exact, but if we're about right there, I'm gonna say probably right in the middle of that angle steel is right where I'm gonna want to be for somewhat of a deep pass. You can see this top hole isn't quite centered on that. I could also, this steel is 4 inches high, the tube is 3. I can actually put that down so it drops it even a little bit lower, just so I have that adjustability. If I have this top hole in the center with this all the way down, I think that would be about where I want to be. And I could always move it up from there. You know, if I don't want it to dig there, you can see it would be a bit shallower. It would pass. So I think that's going to work. I think I'll put these so that, I think right about there and right about there, if you can see those marks, that's about 3 inches. So I'll probably put it right there with a hole right in the center of these. And I think that's what what I'm going to want. So from there, let's start marking these up and get over to the drill press. So back at the bench here, I have our pieces of angle iron, and I'm going to mark these best I can for the exact centers, so that way I can drill these all the same. That should be a pretty good center. And we'll do that to all these and then center punch them. Okay, these are all center punched now. They look pretty good. I'm gonna head over to the drill press, and I think I might just go with a real small bit just to make sure there's a good defined center before I go through with that 3/4. I have some cutting fluid to go with this, so I think if I just take it slow, it should work out pretty good. So let's move over to the drill press. So over here at the drill press, you can see I have the metal sitting here on a wood block. This is obviously because it's angle iron, so it won't sit flat on there the way I'm trying to drill it. What I did was I just took a chunk of 4x4, cut each end off on the miter saw, and then I ground this down to an angle, because if you look, there's an angle here and you can't get that to fit all the way in. And in order to have it fully supported, I wanted to have an angle on there. That way it could, you know, sit in there and be supported as much as possible, and then it won't cut out that corner when I go down through there with the drill bit. So I'm gonna line this up as best I can with the laser on that center spot. And then I'm gonna raise this up a bit, get room in there for my clamps. Throw our clamps on here. All right, so from here, I'm gonna just go down through here with this small 16th inch bit, just to make sure I have a good center there for the 3/4 inch bit, and then we'll step it up to there. All right, so from what I can tell, we got a good center on there. From here, we'll step this up to the 3/4. I'm gonna get that switched out. So I have the 3/4 inch bit set up here. I actually flipped this clamp around because it was not gonna fit otherwise. But I have some cutting fluid here. I know this probably isn't the best way to do this, but this bit actually has a pretty steep cutting angle on it, so I don't think it'll give us any problems. I think it's definitely going to be removing material deeper down, and I feel like the point of it will be through the metal before the outside edges even start cutting, so I don't think we're going to have any issue getting through here with this. I have the machine set to the slowest RPM that it'll give, which is I think 630 or 650 RPMs. I think we'll get through here. Shouldn't be too bad, so let's get to it. All right, now that the cutting fluid's open, let's try that again. We're going to clean that off. So far it seems to actually be doing pretty well. I was skeptical of whether or not a small benchtop drill like this would actually get through thick material like this, especially with a 3/4 inch bit, but it's getting there slowly but surely. So, and it's looking pretty good, nice and round, so that's good. Let's keep going. Maybe I probably should have clean this whole thing off. Let's do that. So this cutting fluid, I can say this CRC cutting fluid seems like it's doing really well. Everything up here is like warm, but it's not like scalding hot, and I haven't seen any smoke or anything yet, so that's good over using any kind of 3-in-1 oil or whatever other cutting oil substitutes that people use. Alright, it is not liking this at the end. So the center is through. There's probably about a 1/4 inch or so already drilled through in the center of that, that I can see the wood block underneath. However, it doesn't want to go much deeper than that. The bit still looks like it's in good shape. I think it's just going to take some time. Alright, so this is probably a bit painful to watch. I'm going to cut it off here, and then we'll bring it back once I have this all the way through. Okay, so I flipped it around and we got it through from the backside into the wood. So let's take this out and see how well I actually got it lined up, being I couldn't see where the laser center line was when I flipped it over. It seemed like it went through pretty well once it finally broke through, but we'll have to take a look. So actually, I think I lined it up pretty good. Let me get this cleaned off a little better. It actually does look pretty good. I think I lined it up just about right. Let me grab one of the pins. So this is going to be one of the pins that I'm going to use, and it goes through. And there's just a little bit of play in there, so that's about perfect. I think that's exactly what I want. Looks to be a pretty straight hole, so that's good. At this point, I'm gonna get the rest of them drilled up. Well, I got all of my brackets drilled up, so for the most part, they all look pretty good. They're all pretty well centered. I only see one that I think, as I decided during the process of drilling, I decided I was gonna start stepping the bits up from a smaller size. That definitely helped a little bit. I think one of them got a little bit off during that process. I think this one, it's not quite centered. But I mean, if anything, I can just grind down the back of one of these teeth a little bit if it ends up being a problem. Like I said, I have a bolt that I'm going to put through these when I go to actually tack them on to this tubing, and that'll kind of hold everything in place so that everything's aligned. I should have clearance to get a drill in here to run a drill through it after it's welded, just to make sure everything looks good. But yeah, like I said, if I have an issue then getting this piece over top, I can always just grind down, you know, the ripper tooth if, you know, if I can't fit it in. So that'll be easy enough. And I mean, this is going to be for the most part light use, so I don't think I'm going to damage anything structurally with this. I mean, that's 5/8 thick, and then 2.5 wide with just a 3/4 hole. So I mean, there's plenty of metal there, and then it'll be supported on both sides. So I don't think I'm gonna hurt anything just shaving off a little bit at the back edge of, you know, one of these or whatever. So I think that's gonna be it for me for today. I don't think that'll be the end of the video, but we'll probably jump to a different day and we'll get to getting the scale ground off these and then getting them welded up to the tubing. And we're back. So it's a new day. I'll try to get a little bit more done on this thing. Alrighty, so I got those all grinded down. Now we can move on to get them welded into place.